Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play RogueTech, the BattleTech mod in my eyes. For those of you who don't know BattleTech, it's a game about giant fighting vehicles, not about robots because there are people inside them steering them. With that being said, the game is pretty old. I played my first BattleTech game when I was 14 years old, and that was Crescent Hawk's Revenge, and now I'm a little bit older than that, about over 40, so you get the point. There were a ton of games of this, like Mech Commander, Mech Warrior Mercenaries, the Crescent Hawk series. There are tons of books, some I've read, there are tons of technical reads, most of them I have. So this is a rich universe. With that being said, this is a turn-based strategy game, so it's not the MechWarrior Online you run around and shoot people. Tried that, didn't like that much. I like this one more. The only thing I had to complain about the BattleTech original game is that fact that if you see a 45-ton blip, for example, or a 35-ton blip, you know that it was a Blackjack or a Jenna, depending on how it moved. And that was a little bit, I would not say boring, but predictable. Now in this game, there are hundreds of mechs and variants. Hell, you can run into Yen Lo Wang if things turn sour. And for those of you who don't know who Yen Lo Wang is, that is the Chinese god of death and destruction. Or, in BattleTech terms, it's a Centurion medium mech with a ghost rifle. Piloted by a guy whose name is Kai Alot Liao, and if you've read the books, he is king of the field. This guy can take out clanners like they were children. So with that being said, we're going to play. The timeline is the arrival of the clans, more or less. There are mechs from the Starlink era, mechs from the Succession War era, mechs from the Clan era. I think there are even mechs from the Jihad and Dark Age era, at least the weapons, as far as I can see, but I might be wrong there. Now, what is important about this playthrough, you might ask? Well, for one, I'll be trying to make close combat capable mechs in the end. And I want to play like the mercenary group I've picked out. No, it's not Great Death, it's not Hansa's Rough Riders, it's not Wolf Dragoons, it's a very, very small mercenary group I've picked out. It's not a very successful mercenary group I picked out. They had their shinings, but most of the time they get beaten pretty badly. But I love them from the books. With that being said, who they are will be revealed later. The starting planet is very important because it does not only tell you where you start, it also tells you which mechs you will get. Where you start is important because it determines the difficulty of the planet you start on. Mercenaries, for example, start on the mercenary main planet, where there is a very low difficulty. If you go for clans, you will start with clan mechs, yes, but you will start as Stranamechi, which means you're up your, I don't say it, in Skull 4 or 5 missions against other clanners, which is really, really bad. I, for my part, want to have clan mechs really early, but I don't want to start with clan mechs because I don't want to fight other clans at 4 skulls right at the start. So I'm going for Elysia because that is pretty close to the clan border. It is in the outer rim, so we're fighting pirates mainly and not so well-equipped mechs in the beginning. And we'll get a Blackjack to start with that had pulse lasers, and I love pulse laser weapons because they're good at hitting people, even if the pilot is not. And you can modify your mech later on with spikes and chainsaws and power drills. Hell, you can do the Miley Cyrus wrecking ball thing if you're into that. So we started Elysia because of the mech and the starting position. The difficulty is not that good, but that's the reason we'll take the difficulty contract variance to 5, because that means we can get very easy missions and very hard missions at the same planets. The mech recovery chance at 50% is okay, salvage is okay. Mech warriors advanced, mech warriors often we put to normal. We don't need the perfect guys, we train them ourselves. Pilot systems per 5 is okay, mech warrior exponent is okay. Lethality normal is totally okay. Mech base speed hard is hard, but we'll live with that. Mech C-builds is good. Scrap value returns. Special office per shop is okay. We'll put the assembly parts to 3, not because I want to play it easy, but because I want you to show you the whole variety of mechs. And as I mentioned, there is everything in mechs. And there is even power armor and tanks, and you have not seen all of the stuff that is in here. Hell, you can run into urban mechs that are equipped entirely with one-shot missile launches, or you can run into Krakens and everything you can think of. Arrow force, sniper artillery, mechs with sniper artilleries, it's all there, everything. Fluid guns, acid rockets, you name it, it's there. Pirate heavy machine guns, makeshift Gauss rifles that fire your ons silver at you. Totally possible. Everything's in here. Unbelievable. All the cool stuff and all the weird stuff, it's all there. Enemy strength is totally okay. Contact payment is okay. We'll increase our commander points, not because we need them so much, because the commander should stand out in my eyes. Ronin higher chance 50%. Well, Ronin, that is, I think, part of the Gunslinger program storyline, but that's something different. I will talk about that if you ask for it, as everything here in the game and what I'm talking about, if you have questions. What is this mech war? What is this Ronin thing? What is this Gunslinger thing? What is a super heavy, whatever you just asked. I've played most of the more BattleTech games. I've read most of the books, so I know my way around a little bit on BattleTech. Not entirely. I don't think there is. Oh well, are some people that are, but I'm not. But I'll give it my best. By the way, if you're looking for very, very good gameplays, because I'm not that competent in the game itself, Bahadur, for example, or Black Panther Legion, excellent, excellent. With that being said, we keep the starting money, we keep the macro multiply, we keep everything as it is, and go to character creation itself. And here we go. Your family normally determines your starting equipment, the extra items you will get. I will go for Liao because you can get stealth equipment here. Here we go for Exile because I want to hit. Yes, we want to build closed combat mechs. Why is that? That is because with all the spikes and the drills and the chainsaws and the wrecking balls and all that stuff, you can do a hell of a lot more damage in close combat than you can do with shooting weapons reliably. However, please keep in mind that we're mercenaries and that we fight on a budget, and normally close combats tend to be really ugly for both sides. Yes, you can win, but it's like battleships fighting each other. You cannot win a fair or a good point. Normally you just survive. However, I think if done right and you combine extremely long-range weapons with close combat weapons and that, you should be really effective in this game. And we'll try that out. What that means for the skilling, I will come to later on, but that's the basic idea. We want to be a Solaris Gladiator. We could also go for the Agorian Coalition Soldier, but we're going for the Solaris Gladiator. Now, for those who are asking himself, what mercenary group is he playing? Well, does this give you a tip? No? This? Okay. Of course, it's Avanti's Angels! Yay! You have to love them. So, we'll pick the face. We'll pick the other stuff. It's perfect. So, let's see what we're up to. And here we go. First thing we always check is the mechs. One mech is given to you automatically, and it's always the same. It's the one you pick by selecting your starting position. For example, if you take Kurita as a starting position, you will get a Wolverine with pulse lasers. Absolute perfect mech, if you ask myself. There is even one pick where you can get a close combat Centurion with combat drills and all that stuff, which would be good for close combat, but we're looking at our mechs. The number of mechs is not always the same, but the tonnage more or less is. We've got a Hellspawn, the one I encountered first, I think, in Mech Warrior Mercenaries. LRM-10, medium pulse lasers. LRM-10, that's okay. It's fast enough, good point. That is our all-beloved pulse laser, but that's pirate stuff. Please keep that in mind. So it's tend to jam and all that. Not very good, but he'll do the job. We've got A Valiant, that's a mech I know from Dark Ages. That was a tabletop game, BattleTech, but not with the normal figures, but they have little wheels on them, and not to wheel them around on the battlefield, but you can turn them to see how badly they're damaged and how their stats decrease. It was kind of the sheet of paper you normally get, but built in a wheel to turn. Very good, I like the system. I played it for a long time, quite good, as I hope. I was in the national championships with that. He's a close combat specialist. He's got an axe, if I'm not mistaken. Hatchet! It is. Congratulations. Plus 40 melee damage. Our normal melee is okay-ish. Could be better. But then, okay. We've got a hunchback. That's a very, very weird hunchback, as you can see. By the way, there are mechs with IC engines as well. You know, agromechs that normally do planting trees and cutting trees and stuff, and yet they were pressed into service. You can run into that as well. That has an AC5, 2 LRM5 medium lasers, another, no, that's just the ammo. So, ooh, yeah, not that hitting power, but okay with us. And I think he's a little bit more heat efficient. No, he's not. And a Clint with a light AC5. Well, at least we've got range. Not even that much. 480. Well, better than the laser anyway. Okay, so that is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Let's look at the pirates. At the barracks. Let's hope they're not pirates there, because that can happen. You can have criminals in your party, and then they will steal your stuff. So first of all, we have to make our pilot skilled, and we'll try to even things out. Now please remember, there you can pick 2 secondaries, primary skills, and 1 secondary, and you can only pick a secondary that you have picked the primary of. So for example, if we want to go for Berserker, which we want, we'll have to take Juggernaut. If we're taking instead Ace Pilot and multi-target, we can only pick one of those 2, but we want to go for this, so this is a must-go. Braces after melee, +1 injury resist. That's okay-ish, and that will turn down our resting time. Guts has become important now, because the more guts you have, the more likely it is, or the shorter your fatigue time is. Normally when you play BattleTech, you can fight and fight and fight and fight and fight, but here it is that your mech warriors are fatigued after battle and need time to recover. Between 3 and 10 days, or 5 days, or 6 days, depending on how hard the fighting was, and if they get exhausted, and if they have a special quirk like Gladiator or something like that that helps them recovering. And of course, guts, the higher your guts, the shorter is the time they stay down. We will take tactics. We could also take Ace Pilot. They're both very tempting, but as a close combat specialist, I would like to take Tactician because of the bonus to initiative and the fact that we can get off stability damage, because when you're going into close combat, you're getting a lot of stability damage normally, because the other one is about to punch back. So we're taking Juggernaut for the moment. We confirm that. Let's look who we have. We have Bootcamp. What is your specialty, sir? He is military, brave, commander, and mech warrior. That is not absolutely fantastic, but good enough. We'll train him in everything, because you have to be able to do everything in the game, in my eyes, in the beginning. Flatline is a mech warrior, brave, and he's a gladiator. That's perfect. That means if he is fatigued, his stats are not reduced. Normally when you're fatigued, you have 1-1-1-1 or 1-1-2-1, something like that. And your mech warrior is not really useful anymore. You can put him into the machine, but he will not shine. He's noble, merchant, and bookish. Increased tactic, but decreased gunnery, pilots, and guts. Ah, that's not really good. It does not look a lot of bookish, though. But so be it. And we don't have enough points to increase that, so we keep tactics up. That's a shame. So, who are you? Ozone? Military, okay. Mech warrior, okay. Cautious is okay. Penalty to hit in combat, but harder to be hit. Jinxed, easier for this pilot to be hit, harder for them to hit. That means he is useless. Well, not useless, but he's not the one we're looking for. But we'll still use him because we don't have a lot of choice here. Paladin, military and mech warrior. That is not shining at all. But okay, we've got him. He's not expensive. Well, he is actually, but you get the point. Paradise. Dishonest, that's not good. Reckless, bonus to hit in combat, but easier to be hit. That might be good. Okay. And we've Ronin, which is not a Ronin, I guess it's just called that way. Because he has the Ronin sign, but she has not. Lucky, avoid to get wounded. Gladiator, ooh, yes. She's good. She's got 3 really useful ones. So, yes, you're in the team, my lady. Glad to have you with us. What else should we do? We should modify our machines. It's like playing Warhammer. You can paint them in the schemes you want, which is beautiful. We want them white in white and gold, as angels should be. And we need something that looks like angels. Now, what could that be? No. We need something really angelish. The original sign of the Avanti's angels is an angel falling from grace. But we'll take this one here. It has wings, it has a halo, it has a star. It's perfect. And we name them Avanti angels. Perfect. You're welcome to the team. Engineering, we need to upgrade our Argo. The first thing we need is the mech bay 2, because our mechs will be damaged and we'll have to repair them. And as you will have more than 1 mech damaged in a fight normally, you need more mech bays to repair 2 of them at a time. That's the reason we go for power systems, because this thing requires the repaired power conduits first. So this is that one, and it goes fast and it does not cost a lot. So, yay, confirmed, thank you, sir. So, the mechs are ready, the barracks are ready. Everyone is trained and up and ready to go. Let's see what missions we have available. We have Contest of Will, the General. We are Avanti's Angels. What is special about Avanti's Angels? Avanti's Angels is a mercenary group that has been kicked around since the start of the clan invasion, from planet to planet, always losing the battle, besides trying their best. And Marcus the Geo-Avanti decided to be a mercenary group that focuses on attack, not giving command of the lance to anyone and not doing defending or patrolling or guarding missions. Because he was with Comstar and that didn't went that well, because they used him as a mobile wand against the wall against the invading clans, and that's not a good job. So we're doing the same, we're only taking offensive missions. This is destroy base, this is battle, destroy base, assassinate and capture. Assassinate sounds pretty good. That maximum salvage is not that good, however. It goes up to 21, like here, see, broken chain, destroy base, target acquisition, recovery. And there are missions that are locked for us because we're not that famous with the Elysium people. So we'll take some of those. Let's look at the shops, shall we? The store. Of course they don't sell us good stuff because we are not known to them. We have a bad standing and we're in the periphery, so good stuff is not sold here anyway. I mean, an EFF jammer is not bad, but as you can see, most of this is rubbish. Light goes ammo. I think there is a little problem with the hiring hall. I've been informed that there is some technical problems. Is she good? Mech warrior, merchant discount, honest. I like that. She's not perfect, but she is okay. He's reckless, bonus to hit. Commander, increased experience. Yeah, could be. And he's nothing. He's just a commoner. So it comes down between this and her. I think we need one more. She's a merchant and she's honest. Increasing company morale. I like that. Good. I cannot buy... No, I cannot buy anymore because I've got too many of them. I could, however, throw one of them out. Maybe the one I didn't like. She's got the points, which is beautiful, and I like her. Confirm. There was one I didn't like. Was that you? One of them were... You're dishonest. Okay, dishonest isn't that bad. You're not good, but not bad. You're jinxed. Easier for this pilot to be hit, harder for them to hit. I'm thinking of throwing him out and getting another pilot. But you know what? I'll let you decide. You tell me and then we'll see. With that being said, I think we've done everything we can do in the beginning and we're up for the first mission. I now would like to join to hear your comments. What should I talk about? Should I talk about elementals? Should I talk about the mechs? Should I talk about the Dark Ages, the Jihad? Not the Jihad with the religiously insane people of our time, because... Well, I won't say anything about that, but about the Jihad here, because there was one, and it was all about religion in some part, technology on the other part, but then they hated technology, and then again they used Starship to bombard cities from orbit, so it's a little bit strange on that part, but okay. Just pick the topic. I can tell you about Valiants, I can tell you about Proto-Mechs, I can tell you about whatever you wish as side story while I'm playing. So, with that being said, see you all next time. Bye.